That is me on the left, age 15, and this is the house I lived in at the time.
So, why am I showing you this? Well, that photo was taken on my last day of senior school, which also means it was the last time I did the ride I'm about to do. Starting from in there and on a variety of bikes, from BMXs, mountain bikes, but more recently a little Peugeot pearlescent white racing bike that my mum bought me. I would be fully clothed in full school uniform and a backpack with at least 20 books, but did this route come rain or shine every single school day of my teenage years. And I bang on about this to my kids because they've got it so lucky, so I want to demonstrate to them more than anyone exactly what I had to put up with. And we are off. Now obviously it starts beautifully flat, pretty smooth, nice and quiet, but that will all change very soon. The other thing to note, my nutrition back then wasn't the best, particularly at breakfast time, usually because I'd got up far too late to have breakfast, but mainly because I didn't actually need breakfast because I was armed with lunch money that would never quite make it to lunchtime. And the reason for that is just down here. Now I've stopped here to show you a shop that is now called a local grocery store, but was better known to me as John's. And it was a newsagent where me and my friends would stop literally within 30 seconds of leaving home to spend all our lunch money on ice poles, sometimes the occasional Razmag, and whatever else we could fill our pockets with. Anyway, onwards. Now I'm hoping an alleyway that I used to take is still in existence, otherwise I've got a really long route. Ah, there it is. Yeah, we're good. And the hardest thing is going to be just crossing this road. Let me go. She wasn't going to let me go, but I forced the issue. Right, so yes, there is a no cycling policy up this path, but I have to cycle it, otherwise this isn't a legitimate school ride. And it does get a little bit steep up here. Can't actually tell you what the gradient is yet because I forgot to start my Garmin. Sorry, Wahoo. Oh, here we go. This is 10.7. 11.5. This isn't even the hard bit. 12.9. 12.2, I mean. There we go. That was the alleyway done. Then we've got a slight climb along this road. And this one leads to the nasty bit. I can't remember exactly what the gradient is of the hill we're about to climb, so in my mind it's about 40%. Got to catch my breath before we get there. Oh, I'm getting weird kind of PTSD from this. Oh Lord. It starts just down there, so you can see I'm cutting out about 100 meters of it, but that's just once again because this is the route we took. This is the route we took to school, so I'm following it exactly. I'm just going to pull over here for a second. Oh, that's a shame, that house is all boarded up. That's a whopper. Okay, so this mountain is called Smitham Bottom Down. Smitham Downs Bottom. Smitham Bottom Lane. Something like that. Yeah, like I say, I don't actually know how steep it is, but you can't see it yet because it bends round, but some powerful cars are changing down gears when they come around this bend just to get some extra momentum to get up here. So it'll be granny gear right from the start. And you know what the worst thing is, when you get to the top of this, that's pretty much my school, if you're on foot. If you're on bike, you're not allowed in unless you go all the way around the back of the school, which involves another short climb and then a long drag round to where the bike sheds were. So kids, if you're watching, there's a bus. There never used to be a bus going up this hill. That'd have been a much easier option. Unless there was, but I'd spent all my money in that shop. Anyway, quick drink, and let's take this on. For the first time in about 25 years, when I was half the height, a quarter of the weight. My bike, obviously I'm not riding a BMX or a, what even in extra small size would have been a 20 kilogram racing Peugeot back then. This is my stunning, wonderful titanium 9.5 kilograms without all the bags gravel bike with very easy gearing. So I'm hoping that'll compensate for the weight that I've put on and the muscle I've lost in my legs and the scarring and shrinkage of my lungs and my not needing to be there by 8:45 or I get detention. Anyway, let's do it. All right, we're at 10.5% in the lower slopes. I do know it gets worse. Oh, it's eased off to 9%. You beauty. This is so weird being back here. Genuinely, I don't think I've even driven around here for 20 odd years. So strange. Oh, and as if to hammer home the nostalgia of this video, this is what was playing on the radio on the drive over here. Oh, it's eased off 7%. Don't remember that. Back up to 9. All right. Last little dig before it levels off. It actually didn't get any steeper. My memory's playing tricks on me. It's certainly shorter than I remember, and it's easing off now. It's about 6%. Still going. That crest doesn't seem to get any closer, even though we're only about flicking between sort of 6 and 8%. That's it, flattening off. Ha ha ha. Mount Smithen bottom done, almost. Okay, so the school is actually straight over there, but as I mentioned, being on bike, got a little bit further to go. This is where I'd say goodbye to all my walking, sweatless, I was going to say pantyless, but not panting. Oh, you could have waited there, son. Not panting friends would smugly stroll into the school. I'm pretty sure it's this one. It doesn't look like much, but this is 4.5%, which is fine, unless you've just done Smithen bottom Alpe Everest climb. All right, now it's nice and level. 1.5% climb. I hope it hasn't changed much. This road hasn't. I'm just remembering it being this beautiful, leafy, wide, quiet road. Apart from us yobbo kids wheeling and skidding around on our bikes. All right, and I think here is the entrance to the bike sheds. Just past this white Mercedes. Oh, I don't think the bike sheds are there anymore. Looks like they put a building there. Oh, I can go in. Oh my word. This is the old art block. My form room was right over there in one of the art classes. How weird. What a strange feeling. Really strange. I was tempted to ride in there because I think there's a football match or something going on, so it's probably open access to anyone that wanted to just go down there, but don't know, felt a bit weird. What I will do now is, obviously I'm on my journey home, which quite often that became a race with my friend Elliot, who had about a 10 kilogram advantage on me, about a 12-inch advantage on me, and a nicer bike. So that's the only reason he'd consistently beat me, nothing else, obviously. Anyway, I'm going to ride round to the front gate just to have a quick look. To be fair, none of this has changed at all. Maybe slightly more modern bricks on that main building there. Generally speaking, nothing's changed. So it's now 3:30 in the afternoon. I have just finished double maths with Miss Squires. Gone and got my bike, tucked my trouser leg into my socks to avoid another rip, and looking forward to the big descent. Oh, but it starts with a bit of a climb. It's a very small climb, maybe about 75 meters at best, 6.1, 7.2% gradient, so not too bad. And you can afford to put everything into it because we're about to descend Mount Smitham. Here we go. Woohoo! This is what it was all about. Right, hard on the anchors so you don't miss your turn. And then Valentino Rossi it around that bend, knee down. Alright, that wasn't knee down, but I did put my knee outwards. Here's the alleyway. So obviously, as responsible cyclists, we would dismount here and carefully walk our bikes down this bit. No way did we tuck in and race down here. That would have been ridiculous. As would collecting the crab apples from here and throwing them at the cars on the main road. That wasn't me, that was my friends. I wasn't that kind of kid. So now you're back out, you can get back on your bike. I'm going to go all the way to the lights to cross this time because it's that was a bit tricky on the way here. Well, this is all new. This complicated little crossing section. Back past John's. If you were really rich, you'd get some chips from that Chinese fish and chip shop there. And here we are, back home. Just in time to see that Mum's out. I don't have any keys, so I'm going to be standing here for a while, waiting for her to come back. Oh, and this hill, by the way, where I'm parked, this is a whole other story. This is Burcott Road. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see that bad boy, but yeah, Burcott Road, awesome for skateboarding down, not so great for riding, walking, or even driving up, but we'll save that for a future video. I hope you can see me okay. That was my cycling journey to and from secondary school. Next time on the cycling history of Marcus Neal, primary school, which started or ended there. Ah, they've given it a new name. It used to be called Wattenden School. It's now, what was it, New Valley or something? That's a bugger. Anyway, that was really my journey there to that school. Was probably my introduction to gravel riding. Can you hear my tyre squeaking in the background? Again, I hope this camera angle is not too offensive, and I hope you enjoyed that video. I actually was very fearful of that ride, but as is always the case, memory can do strange things to you, and it was nowhere near as bad as I remember it. But again, kids, if you're watching, I will emphasise for the umpteenth time, I was in full school uniform with a heavy backpack, riding a bike that weighed more than this car. I didn't do a proper good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome to What's Up 405, did I? So I'll stick it at the end there. So thanks everyone, take care, enjoy your weekend, bye.